Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Nick at BarBend.com. Today I'm going to be trying out the Primo Smoothie meal from Fieldwork Nutrition Company. So Fieldwork Nutrition Company is a relatively new supplement company. They're based in Long Beach, California. And unlike a lot of meal replacement shakes out there that are geared toward the elderly or hospital patients or entrepreneurs, this is a bit more geared toward athletes. It was actually founded by a guy who runs an endurance coaching business. And to that end, it's got a lot of pretty interesting ingredients. It's got lots of fruits and veggies in there. And there are even some ingredients like tart cherry extract and curcumin that may have benefits specifically for athletes. So this is a Mexican vanilla flavor. I should point out that you are supposed to take it in a blender, blend it up with some fruit to enhance the flavor and the nutrients. But here today, I'm just going to see how this mixes with some plain unsweetened almond milk. This is actually really tasty. It is a little bit clumpy, although I can't criticize them for that because, as I've said, it's meant to be mixed up in a blender. But this smelt a bit like turmeric because it has curcumin in it, which comes from, or can come from turmeric. And it's also very bright yellow like turmeric. So I was expecting a very strong turmeric flavor, but this is pretty mild. I would say more than vanilla, it tastes a bit like a birthday cake flavor, which I happen to really enjoy. So let's get a quick look at the nutrition label. So I should point out that I used 1 scoop here, but 1 serving is actually 2 scoops. So in 2 scoops, you're going to get 200 calories. That's 20 grams of protein, 18 grams of carbohydrates with 5 grams of fiber and 4 grams of sugar. And there are 5 grams of fat with 3 grams of saturated fat. When it comes to the micronutrients, there's not quite as broad a swath of micronutrients as you might find in some of its competitors, which have 26 essential vitamins and minerals. There are roughly 10 vitamins and minerals here. But the dosages is pretty interesting. I mean, there is 150% of your daily intake of iron per serving. There's over 500% of your daily intake of vitamins D and E. And there's about 60% of your intake of calcium and magnesium as well. So that's pretty impressive, especially with vitamin D and magnesium and calcium. Those are micronutrients that some people have a bit of difficulty meeting their RDI. So that could be pretty encouraging for some folks. It is very low in sodium. It's under 1% of your daily sodium and just 4% of your daily potassium and 8% of your daily vitamin A. Nonetheless, I think the micronutrient profile is pretty impressive. So when it comes to the ingredients, the first ingredient is protein. It comes from grass-fed whey and milk protein concentrate. The milk protein may not be grass-fed, but the majority of the dairy protein in this is indeed grass-fed. Now, when it comes to the other ingredients, as I said, there are a lot of fruits and vegetables in this. For instance, there's a carb complex that has sweet potato and oats and amaranth in it. There's a fruit and veggie complex that has some berries and some veggies as well, like spinach and kale. One of the things that's really impressive with this product, it has had a big emphasis on digestive health. So you are going to get probiotic bacteria from 4 different families. You're also going to get some prebiotics like inulin. And there's also a digestive enzyme complex, which contains 6 different digestive enzymes. So all of that together, that could help to improve digestive health and absorption of the product itself, which could be good. There's also some lactase in there, which could help to reduce discomfort from the potential lactose in the whey, potentially for some people. And other than that, there's just the stuff for fiber. There's some soluble corn fiber, some flaxseed as well. And for the fats, there's coconut oil powder and CLA powder as well to round out that fatty acid profile. So as far as the price goes, this tub here has 20 servings and it's going to cost roughly $55. So that comes down to about $2.75 per serving. So it's a little bit more expensive than your standard meal replacement powder, which I find is usually about $2. Nonetheless, you may find that price worth it given all the natural ingredients in this, all the probiotics and emphasis on digestive health as well. Plus it's all natural. But if that price is a little bit steep, you can subscribe on their website. And when you subscribe to a monthly shipment, that does come with a discount. So there were a lot of things that I really liked about this product. I thought the macro split was pretty good. You get a good 20 grams of protein, which is more than you get in a lot of other meal replacement shakes. On top of that, it's very nutritious. I mean, 150% of daily intake of iron is crazy. A lot of these micronutrients really are very, very high, which some people will find pretty positive. The ingredients are all natural, so there are no artificial sweeteners or flavors or anything like that. On top of that, it's jam-packed with a bunch of different vegetables as well. I really like the emphasis on digestive health with all the digestive enzymes and probiotics and prebiotics. This really is head and shoulders above a lot of the competition that neglect that component of meal replacement shakes. Finally, there's this inflammation control blend. So that's got it's got curcumin and tart cherry. So that's going to may have some benefits for athletes. The curcumin may reduce inflammation and help with joint pain. The tart cherry may also help with muscle soreness as well. It's a little hard to work out the doses of tart cherry, but the dose of curcumin is pretty on point. So there are a few things you might not be quite so crazy about with the Primo Smoothie meal. Number one, the fact that you need 2 scoops and the fact that you are supposed to put it in a blender makes it a little bit less convenient to consume on the go without some preparation. It's also a little bit expensive compared to some other meal replacement shakes, although again, you may find the price worth it given the quality of the ingredients. The other thing that kind of bothered me about this product is that it does have an emphasis on fueling athletes. Since it has an emphasis on fueling athletes, I kind of would expected it to have a little bit more carbohydrates than protein. And I was also a little bit surprised that there was less than 1% of your daily intake of sodium, even though sodium is also pretty important for athletes. Okay, so those are my thoughts on the Primo Smoothie meal from Fieldwork Nutrition Company. For the full review, just Google BarBend plus Fieldwork Nutrition.